make an inventory for the court of the documents from the Philippine Savings Bank related to the bank accounts of the respondent, Chief Justice Renato Corona, that were submitted, shown, and examined by the audit team of Bangko Sentral and AMLA. And also submit to us, if you recall, the names of the specific officials of Bangko Sentral and AMLA who participated in that audit and who handled the bank records from your Katipunan branch of the accounts, bank accounts of the respondent Renato C. Corona. Mr. President.
Yes, Your Honor.
In the meantime, I want you to get the record of your office, the genuine record of your office from the Katipunan branch, bearing the data purportedly contained in the document attached to the supplemental request for subpoena filed by the prosecution for purposes of comparison, with instruction that you block out all details regarding foreign currency deposits.
Yes, Your Honor, we have that today.
Not your current record, but the one that you submitted for the examination of AMLA. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor, but if I may just clarify, Your Honor.
Yes.
There are transactions after that time that are already noted in this particular document.
Which particular document?
Because from the audit by the AMLA, that was about late 2010. There was, at least if I can recall, one other transaction that is included in our document, Your Honor.
In your document now?
That document now, because we update it every time.
Precisely, but
yes,
we want both. The one you submitted to AMLA in that audit examination and your record now. Okay?
We will look at our records and provide it if we have them, Your Honor. That one.
I'm sure you must have it in your
Yes,
records. You film, you put in your computer all of this record, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Or maybe you have them in film, in microfilm.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you. Mr. President.
The Majority Floor Leader.
Yes, we would like to ask that Senator Joker Arroyo be recognized. Afterwards, Senator Rilon and then Senator Marcos.
I just want to emphasize that my instruction to the Philippine Savings Bank President is to safeguard the integrity and secrecy of foreign currency deposits, sure, because that is covered by the TRO issued by the Supreme Court, which a majority of this court recognized. And all others not related to foreign currency deposits and especially related to local currency deposits, where expressly impeachment is considered an exception, then bear it out in the records that we are requiring you to produce. Okay? So ordered. Majority Floor Leader.
Mr. President, before Senator Arroyo starts, we would just like to place on record the fact that we are already in receipt of PS Bank's compliance, submitting, among others, the logbooks containing information on who accessed the vault in years 2009 to 2011. We've distributed copies already, and other pertinent documents that we asked of them the last time around.
Would this logbook include records of those who accessed these records during the examination of the Bangko Sentral and AMLA?
The logbook,
Of the Katipunan branch.
the logbook, Your Honor, is a logbook of all entrances and exits from the vault. And if anyone did go to the vault from the Bangko Sentral or the AMLA, it would so indicate.
Okay, thank you. So, Majority Floor Leader.
Senator Estrada would like to ask an additional information on the logbook.
Regarding the logbook, I think the logbook that was submitted to the court was during the duration of 2009 up to 2011. May I request the bank president to submit the logbook from January of 2012 up to February 15. That's all, Mr. President.
Thank you.
We will so submit, Your Honor.
Senator Arroyo, Mr. President.
The gentleman from Makati and Bicol.
Thank you, Mr. President. My presentation will be both manifestation and question, so that I will follow strictly the 2-minute rule. The manifestation should not be counted against my 2 minutes. I think it is very elating that the witness mentioned about AMLA. Because there is pending before the Senate and before the House amendments to AMLA precisely to relax more AMLA, the provisions, and to allow it more leeway. In fact, without even court intervention, they can inquire into the bank deposits. Now, that's pending before both the Senate and the House. Way back in 2003, when the original AMLA was enacted, the Senate divided the House whether we will relax the power to open bank deposits. And the vote was 12-8-1. That's why I brought my records. 12 senators voted not to relax the restrictions, namely Senators Angara, Aquino Oreta, Arroyo, Biason, Estrada, Hunasan, Lacson, Legarda, Osmeña Jan, Pimentel, Soto, and Villar. The principal reason why they voted against it was that the power that would be granted to AMLA might be used for political vendetta and persecution. The president then was President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo. So it was not relaxed. Now, Mr. Garcia, you said that the AMLA went, or rather, inquired into the whatever about the record of Chief Justice Corona. What month was that, if you can recall?
If I can recall correctly, Your Honor, it started sometime September 2010 and ended sometime November 2010.
So almost 2 months.
That was the whole examination process,
Yes.
but that particular, I'm not certain.
But you said that this was the first time that AMLA made that kind of an examination. Is my recollection correct?
Well, this is the first time that I can recall that there were specific comments associated from the about the AMLA process.
All right. Did I hear you also correctly say that insofar as PEP was not politically exposed persons?
Yes, Your Honor.
Insofar as that's concerned, it was only the only PEP inquired into was Chief Justice Corona.
No, Your Honor. There were other accounts also looked into, and one of the accounts was that of the Chief Justice.
I'm talking about PEP, not other accounts which do not involve PEP.
Yes, Your Honor.
What is yes?
There were other accounts that were reviewed about accounts that are classified as PEP.
As PEP.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So, in other words, from September to November, there was an investigation that included Chief Justice Corona.
I don't know if it's an investigation, Your Honor, but it was an inquiry.
An inquiry.
Yes, Your Honor.
An inquiry. I raise this question because I find it very strange that as far back as September to November 2010, there was already an inquiry about Chief Justice Corona. Then followed by the impeachment, which is now being undertaken this moment. Then followed by the investigation by the Commissioner of Internal Revenue. In short, 3 investigations have been conducted against the Chief Justice. Now, I raise this point, Mr. President, my esteemed colleagues, that what we worry about is that if dossiers are already held by government agencies against us, even among the senators, we worry about that because at the moment we're acting as judges. What we do not know is that dossiers are also being gathered against us. So, this is the impression that I gather from the testimony, which I would have to repeat. As of now, it's Chief Justice Corona, and then tomorrow, it is one. If we offend Malacanang, if we do not follow Malacanang, they can proceed against us for the information gathered through AMLA. It's a disturbing thought. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you.
Senator Drilon, Mr. President, and then Senator Marcos, then Senator Gingon.